Okay, you're welcome to tonight's session, and it's been a long. We've come a long way in this boot camp. So, and yeah, can any of us tell us how long we've spent in this boot camp? How long have we been
Almost.
here? Huh?
Almost.
This is 4 months now.
4 months. We've exceeded 4 months. Are you sure?
We started
We
February.
started February. We started February.
So February to June. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, we've come a long way. And it's not like we've rested. So you see, there is a lot to learn. And we've really learned a lot. And there's still more, a lot to learn. But the point I'm trying to make here is that we're in, but there's still a lot to do. That is it. You can call yourself, if you have been doing everything you're asked to do, not for those that do not participate, they don't do anything. Looking at the number here, we have only 20 people. Maybe some people are still trying to join, maybe some more. When we started, the number used to be way bigger than this number. But some people are getting burnt out. It's like a marathon race. This is what we find ourselves, because all of us, including me, all of us are struggling with IT because we are learning it as adults. If we have started learning this IT from the nursery school, we started carrying a tablet from all these people that are born in now. By the time they are finishing primary school, all these things are not going to be anything for them. Secondary school, they are going to become better, and whatever they want to be, they're already there, because they started from the beginning. But we started early, and so many of us are family people, so many of us are married, have children. I've seen someone who is put to bed, today, tomorrow he joined the class because he don't want to. And it's not easy carrying a baby, putting to bed, no rest, still joining. And so many of us are like this, and it's not easy. So I want to say well done for all of us. It's not easy, but we have joined the league. At this point, you can call yourself, yes, a data analyst. Maybe I might not say just junior data analyst. Why I'm saying junior, because comfortably you can do anything a junior be, because you have not had any work experience, so that's why I'm saying junior. Because if you have mastered all these key tools, you're already there. I've worked in the industry in so many capacity, and I've seen so many data analysts. All they know is one tool, like all they know is Power BI. They don't know anything. I've seen a senior data analyst, but everything he knows is Power BI. He don't know anymore. He don't know anything in Tableau. He don't know even Excel. Yeah, but everything. It's not like he knows. He doesn't know anything, but he's doing well in that his role, because this is what the company is needing, and he tried to master a lot in Power BI. And he's a senior data analyst. Have a lot of junior data analysts working under him. And all the junior data analysts, all they know is just that Power BI. So many of them joined while they are still in the university. I see so many data analysts that joined the company while they are still doing their masters. Some of them came to do masters here, they joined. All they know is just that Power BI, that they truly master so much. But we've mastered a lot here, and so many of us ignored Excel. That foundation is very important. All of us here, we've got that foundation. So it's a big thing. Why I'm taking my time is for you to know, because so many of us might not really understand whom they are or where they are. So you have to understand whom they are at this point in terms of rules, where you are, and then what is still ahead of you, what you still need to learn. So when it comes to Python, Python is now advanced data analysis. It's very, very good, very, very important, because if you want to be a senior data analyst or a data scientist, you cannot run away from Python. But based on what we have already, we can apply for jobs, we can do anything, and yeah. But you see Python, we've seen how Python works. We can analyze, can clean and analyze a data set with Python, but there's still more. You know, if we continue on this path, even on the Python part, even in the next 6 months, we still have a lot to explore. Why? Because it has come to the stage that it's not just using Python. AI has come into it. We still need to learn about that. There's a lot of other things we need to learn using Python. So where I've brought us is enough, but it's not enough. For some of us who do not have any prior knowledge of Python, this is their first encounter with Python. Yes, I'm trying to, like this night, to see how we can get a lot of code, the right use a natural language, but it's not enough as a senior, or because where we are heading to is to become a senior data analyst. That's why we're taking the part of Python. It's not enough. We have to learn Python as a language. So then once you learn Python as a language, then all these AIs and a lot of things, they are going to become a co-pilot, you know, which will help you navigate, do a lot easier, but you need to know it. I'm not gonna tell you the lie. You need to learn Python for beginners, which going to be like another 4 months, because you're going to learn it like A, B, C, D. That's how you're going to learn. The way we learn English as from A, B, C, D, we need to go learn Python from A, B, C, D. Although we are using it, but we are just using it and we don't know how to write it from A, B, C, D. So important we learn it from A, B, C, D. So that is the point I'm making here. Yeah. In this bootcamp, we know Python as a language is not part of it. And if we have started learning Python as a language, we are not going to go far. There's no way we can. I don't want to start what we cannot finish. So that's why we can't take the part. We can learn everything, make you a senior data analyst in 4 months. It's not possible. So I like saying the truth. So if you have questions based on what I've just said, you can ask me before we dive in.
Good afternoon, Mr. Charles.
What?
Good afternoon, Mr. Charles. My name is Frances.
Okay.
This is the first time I'm hearing about Python.
Okay.
Not like I'm hearing, like I'm using the interface. And in my CV, I've put Python already. Should I put maybe basic Python, or I should just leave it like that?
You don't need to. There's nothing like big. You just put Python. That's good. Because we have already started using Python.
Yes.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is I want you to be confident. Confident is that when you see error, you can notice error. And yeah, but there's some basic things you need to, like how this Python come about. Basics, loops, all this array, some of all this we need to start learning it, and yeah. But based on what we've done, we are not going to be under pressure. But you have to go learn it. That's the point I'm making. And as you are going to work, I don't know where you are going to get a job. I don't know. So many of us are going to be extremely lucky, and the place to get a job will become where everything they are using, like a minutes of I don't know how statistics, what they call it, Bureau of Statistics. Some of these places like Bureau of Statistics, most of the things they are going to be using there is Python, because is a lot of data they are going to be working on. And yeah, so you have to learn Python. So many of you are going to be working, I don't know, but 80% of companies, private companies, they are using Power BI, because Power BI is very intuitive and you can share Power BI seamlessly with integration. So there's a lot that has happened within Power BI that made it to stand out so much. But Python is still the king, because the future belongs to Python. Like the future of tech belongs to Python. We have other programming languages, but future of tech becomes to Python. Why? Because you see all these applications we're using, they are all developed with Python, like Excel as an application. Excel is an application. It's in Python. You see Power BI as an application developed with Python. You see Jupyter Notes, Python. You see these are apps that are made of Python. Then you see AIs, all AIs from A to Z, both Google Gemini, both Meta AI, both ChatGPT, both Open AI, they are all Python. So that's why Python is leading. And if you want to become a data engineer or a data scientist, that is the language of a data scientist, Python. You don't need to learn any other thing, just learn Python. It's enough.
So I don't want to become a data. I'm doing project management already. I want to concentrate on project management and business analysis. I just want to have basic knowledge of data for analysis.
Well, it means you are still not there because you are scared.
I'm not scared, just that I don't want to go into it. I'm not scared, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't want to like go further. I'm not scared. I
Okay.
studied engineering, so but I don't want to go further. I just want to.
Why you studied engineering? Anyway, I don't know, but data is um is everywhere.
Yes,
And if we choose, I'm not going to choose career for any of us. If you want, project management is everywhere as well. Everything we do in data, we manage them as projects as well. And business analysis is solving problems. There are millions of problems around the world today that are looking for people to solve.
exactly. That's where my interest is.
Even this Israel and Iraq is a big
That
problem.
is a problem. So
So people are confused about. So you can. Yeah, but why I'm here is that we're talking about data analysis or data science. So that's why I'm not talking about project management. I'm not talking about business analysis. We are here in data, and we're here to explore opportunities in data and what data hold for us. So if you change your mind and want to do a reverse, there is so much potential working around data. Yeah, and if you are comfortable with data, you are going to be a better project manager, and you are going to be a better business analyst as well. So you're going to understand the language problems more than every other person. So that's it. So if you are planning to further, which I encourage everybody, then learn Python. Python is important. Is this new skill? Before in tech, like people study like physics and this, but today is tech. And when we talk about tech, number one tech language is Python. We talk about programming language. We have so many programming languages. We have JavaScript, we have PHP, and the rest of them. We have Python, but Python is very, very powerful because you can use Python to solve so many problems as well. You can use Python to do a lot of manipulations. Why you are using Python to do all these things is because most of these applications are built with Python. So that's it. Okay. Thank you for your engagement. So let's see how we can benefit with Python without even knowing how to write a single line of code. So that's what we're going to see. Too many of us do not know that, but we see it right now. We're going to try to analyze our data without using natural language. That is what we're going to use, using all these applications like AI, chats, OpenAI, ChatGPT, Google Gemini. So that's what we're going to do. And it's going to make the work so easy. You see that even if you have error, you can debug it. But another point I'm going to make is that so many of us are using some of this AI like ChatGPT, but some of these versions might not be able to do some certain things. So if we are using like basic versions, some of these basic versions, it was for testing. Now it's no longer for testing. It's now a serious business. And now it become a proper software as a service. Software as a service that if you don't subscribe to use it to do your work, no longer free. But that free aspect of it is testing, generator. You use it to, but it's no longer for play. So that's it. And for you to use it effectively, for instance, ChatGPT to do your work as a pro, you need to get a desktop app of it. How many of us has a desktop app of ChatGPT? How many of us? Is anyone who is using it as a desktop application? Any of us here?
Yes,
Wow.
I'm using it.
Huh?
I'm using it, sir. Using it for
Okay.
studies. Maybe that's why.
You're using it for studies?
Yes, sir. For doing assignments.
Yeah, that's what I'm making you. That you are using it professionally.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I mean, because you might not have known what it have for you. Okay, let's get started. If at least I have someone who can follow up. Constance, okay. So at least to have someone who can follow up. But after this session, I want you to download it. It's extremely important. It's just like what I'm doing is I save this for the last because it's extremely important. It's not going to only help you as a data analyst, as a project manager, as a business analyst, because there are a lot of rules that are coming up, important rules in AI world, like prompt engineering, annotator, AI annotator, we have feeder, AI feeder, and a lot. You know AI, they feed AI as well. We have AI trainers, they train AI as well. All these are serious rules that are coming up these days. So let's get started and we'll see how it's going to look like. I've have this installed on my desktop, and that's what we're going to use, just like a Jupyter notebook. So we're going to be combining it with Jupyter notebook anyway. So I will share my entire screen so that I'll be able to capture. So, Ezan, what engineering did you study? Say you studied engineering. Are you a mechanical or chemical or?
Industrial and production, sir.
Okay.
I got admission as mechanical engineering student in Unizik, so the letter splitted the department into industrial and production, then mechanical proper, because before it was mechanical and production engineering.
Okay.
That's so many years ago, 2006.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, we'll talk about that later. And yeah, thank you for sharing. Okay. Let's move. So the data set that I'm going to use is still our same data set. I'm not going to change it. You see the same data set. But this is what needs to be done. If you see here, there is no single atom of code. All this is prompt, and that is how we're going to use it. All this is prompt, and that's what natural language. So all these applications today are trained to understand natural language. And once they understand natural language, they can convert it to any kind of language you want it to be. If you want this natural language to be converted to Arabic, it's going to be converted to Arabic. If you want this natural language to be converted to French, this is natural English language, natural English language. It can be converted to any kind of language, including programming languages. They are all information, this is all data, and all these applications, AI, they are trained because they are built on data. They are built on Python and for data, so they understand all these extremely more than us. Just like bringing up to the world best 500 professors in one subject put here, and so there's a lot, so it's comprehensive. So let's get started. Here is what we are going to do. We need to reanalyze that our data sets we've been analyzing, but this time we don't have any code we are going to copy. We're going to get the code and we are going to use it, so that if you are in an organization and they give you this kind of information, they say, Francis, analyze these data sets, understand the data sets. This is data cleaning, or that is your data cleaning. Now they ask you to, let's get down to visualization and say, they want you to help us to get insights about the sales over time, and then sales by location and top selling products, and ask you to use Python, and you don't know what to do. It's very simple and easy. You can just be checking. So that's what we're going to do. So here is our code editor. So, and okay. 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 Basically, before we start using, we have to install, this basic, we should be able to know how to install the library. This is for data cleaning or data manipulation. We need to install this pip install pandas. So it's already installed the system. Then come over here and what we want to do, this is what we call prompt as well. Call it prompt. So this is this prompt. Prompt means natural language, but you need to be simple, you need to be specific while asking questions so that they understand what you plan to do. So, and then I move over to this. This is the web or the desktop version of this ChatGPT, and what I'm using is version 4.0. So Now, the first thing I need to do here is to, you see here, I'll get our data set from here. The data set we're going to use so that they will be able to understand what we are doing. So I'll get the data set we're going to use here. Say, attach a file and attach the file. So this is the data set here. And okay. Now we've attached the data set and we've specified what we want to achieve here. Then we run. Okay. Can you see that this data has been analyzed here, has been everything we need to do in Jupyter Notebook or Jupyter Lab? Can you see that we've got the results here? Are we following?
Yes, sir.
This is exactly the results we've gotten. No error. And yeah. And it's not only give us the results, it produces the code we can use to want to get these results in any other environment or any other code editor. So that's it. So inspect structure, view column, data type, and sample record. And it has given it to us here. That's it here. If you remember when we were working on our code editor initially, this is the result we're getting. So we're going to move this to our editor, code Jupyter Notebook. Okay. Yeah. Now, if we run this, we are going to get the same results. And the only thing is that if we run it now, we are going to get error. Do you know why we're going to get error? Because we have not defined the data parts here. So these are some of the things we need to equally do manually. So before I run, I need to define my own data parts here, which I already know my data parts. So all I need to do is Yeah. See. So now this is the data part where this is saved on my system. So, and let's see. That is it. So we've analyzed, we started cleaning this data. First, we have to see, to view the data here. Now we have all the columns here. Yeah, just like if we're viewing it, the way it showed on the AI, and exactly the same thing here. So that is natural language, and that's it. And then we'll continue with our instruction. In mind, we'll have an instruction given to us we are working on here. And you see, this is inspect the data structure. Now we've inspected the data structure. We can say generate descriptive statistics. Before we can jump into missing values, identify missing values, address missing values, or let's get this. So the point here is if you are given an instruction, you can do your work very comfortably. So you don't need to know Python. Like me here, for instance, there's no Python usage here. I'm using natural language to analyze this data set, and I'm even doing it faster than somebody who is a programmer. Okay. That is the statistics about this data here. And yeah. So do we agree that this particular AI is a code editor? Is it a code editor or not? So everything Jupyter Notebook is doing for us is doing for us here. The only difference is that Jupyter Notebook cannot do what this can do, but this can do more than Jupyter Notebook. It can analyze and equally give you the the real code. But Jupyter Notebook or this code editor is this is the only thing they know. But this knows more than Jupyter Notebook. It will give you the code and equally analyze it based on the natural language. This is what we call prompt, simple prompt, you know. But before you start this kind of journey, make sure you feed the AI with the right information where it will reference. That's why I have to upload the data set we're working on. So it's working on that data set. Everything I'm asking the AI to do now is making reference on the data set uploaded. So don't just come and say, give me this. It needs to have, that's what we mean by feeding. I've fed him with information, and then from the information, the data set I've fed on him, I'll start getting feedback, you know, getting response. I'll now be prompting based on that particular data set. So even if we make a mistake, even if the code editor couldn't understand, we still can use this for debugging. Okay. Now we have an error message here. And so what do we do here at this point? We debug, we use the AI to debug this. So now see the way I'm going to debug this. I'm going to do a screenshot. I'm going to capture this. And then I'll ask for a debug. Okay. Can you see it? What happened? We had an error and we screenshot it, and then the AI debugged it. And then, so even if you have an error message, you don't need to panic. All you need to know is how to use this to debug your code. And the final, it has been debugged and sorts it out and give us a revised code And this is it. Okay. Now we'll have we'll finish with this first understanding the data set. Then we have to look for missing values. Missing values. So first identify missing values.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yes.
So please, I want to ask what you're using, the Word document you're using for this analysis. You didn't send it to the group.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't know.
Okay, sir.
You would have all this while you would have let me know that we haven't sent the lesson notes. Okay, let me do this and then I'll do that right away. Okay. So it said there is no missing value. So let's let me send the lesson notes now. Notes. Gone run out of space. Yes, I need to do some cleaning. Let me see if I can send it from my phone. Just a second. Let me send this. So I have to do this letter because it's not really, it's not coming up. And let me do it later. It's of time. Sorry about that. Okay. We're missing data. I've got no missing data. So with that, the way we do this, we can address the missing values, although we don't have it, but let's see what we get. Since there is no missing values, there's nothing to, so like already have no missing values, there is no need for that. Okay. So we can follow the process, analyze the duplicate record and so on and so forth. That's how till then the same process. And let's go to, because of time, because we are following the same process, see the same thing. We don't be generating code and we'll be applying it and continuously till we reach here. And we are going to have these notes. So based on that, we don't have any missing values. It's like our data is already clean. Let's see if how we're going to create. Okay, we're going to create an interactive chart. And here's it. And let's see this first code. We couldn't display the interactive chart here. Yeah, that's what it is. But let's see it for, let's see. We've already installed Plotly in this system, so this is it. We've created this visual, just like the one we did last time. Okay, let's create another visual. Okay, we've created line chart, so I have to remove it. I have to remove line charts here. So I want to create cells by category, distribution of total sales across product categories. So that's what we plan to create. Yeah. Mhm. Okay, we've created another access by category. And let's look for another visual to create. So we need, what we are going to create is visual for top 10 vendors by cell, identifying the highest grossing vendor. So we need to clean all these ones we created. So yeah, so, yeah, this is what we need to do here. And then there's another top 10, yeah, and see it here. So let's create, let's go pie chart. No, yeah, pie charts. So Yeah. Yeah. And we can go on, and we'll be getting results. So, in as much as we need to learn how to write quality prompts, in as much as we need to understand code for if you want to go and learn Python from the beginning, but we can equally use natural language to analyze our data without so. But to get to this, we need equally to understand to use natural language to ask good question. That is what we call prompt. And that's it. So once we understand the kind of prompt we need and ask the specific question, we should be able to get good results. So if your senior manager comes to you and just this is an instruction, this kind of instruction we'll be getting as a data analyst from the office, a senior manager, also a senior data can just tell you to analyze this. Yes, it's there for you to give them results, and that's it. So, and we've talked about payment processor and mm, So you can see we're getting good visuals here, and that's it. Should we go on? I think we are. We've seen we had an error message, and we see we were able to debug and get the right answer, or the right code. So yeah, a few years back we can't do this, but today that is where we are, and it's important. We need to be on at the top of the game. So yes, and every other person, this is where they are. All the top data analysts, everybody is using it, and this is, they want even to know people who can even use it better, because it makes the work faster. Instead of you taking 1 week to analyze the data set, they are happy that within one day. Because with this, by the time you're writing code and doing this, it's going to take you 1 week to analyze this data set. But you can see within 1 hour, I've analyzed a data set. It's not easy. Yes, what I'm doing now is not easy. If you think it's easy, it's not easy. So, but today is very easy, but you need to. So many of us will be crying before, how do we do this? But technology has made a lot of things easy. So we need to be on top of this game. And that's it. But like I said, it's not going to stop you to go understand that language Python, because that language Python is doing all these things we're seeing here. There's no other person doing it. It's Python that is doing all these things. Python is doing it from different angle. So you call it technology stack. So now what the stack we have here is, we have Anaconda, we have Jupyter Notebook, then we have ChatGPT AI, and our prompts, a note of our prompts, and understanding what we are required to do. This time we are not meant to understand the code. You need to understand the the requirement from your stakeholders. What do they want in clean words? They want to get this insight the way they want it, that you should understanding requirements. This is what you need. Once you can understand it and write the correct prompts, that is what you need at this point. Yes, when it comes to Python. You can equally apply this in every other, because all of them are written in Python. You can apply this in Excel, in Power BI, in Tableau, everything across board. So that is why prompting is now the new code. That is the fourth code now in tech is prompts. And that's why it's important for us to, all of us here, to become prompt engineers. So if you're interested in my course coming up, AI prompt engineer, good and fine, you jump in. But you can see what I'm using prompts to do, what you cannot use ordinary. Before you write this code, I'm telling you here, it will take you 1 month to write all this code before you can be ready. But within 1 hour, I've used prompts to do all this. But you just need to No. And very soon, we'll have this prompt. Some people have started this as a business already, where we'll have templates. Like what I have here is what we call template. This thing we are seeing here is a template. I created this template, and that's what you need. Everybody will need. So if I have so many templates like this, all I need is just to be sleeping. Whenever I don't need to know even how to write any code. I don't even know how to. All this I need is a template. So if you are very smart and you become a prompt engineer, all you need to do is you'll be creating template like this and you'll be selling it. Very soon we'll have a marketplace where people can come and sell their prompts. We call it prompts. Yes, you can say that here, but it's prompt. That is the name where people can be selling their prompts. People who don't know how to write professional. This is professional prompt. You see the kind of results we are getting. So it's natural language, and is another business where people can even become self-employed. All you need to do is just writing prompts and be selling it to other professionals who don't know what prompt is. They'll just come buy it. This prompt now, if we have a marketplace where we sell prompts, I can go there and sell this prompt for $2. Okay, I'll make it so cheap, $2. All of you here will start buying. It's very cheap. Imagine globally, if I'm selling this prompt, like we'll have a marketplace like eBay, where I sell this prompt, and up to 1 million people buy this my prompt. It's very cheap, $2. 1 million people buying this prompt globally in a global marketplace. How much is it? Can somebody tell me?
That's $2 million.
That's how Igbo people make money. Are you getting me? You say, it's very cheap. Now, instead of to go and crack my head to start writing this prompt, I can write it and be selling it $1. You just go and buy it and be using it. It's called a reusable prompt. This is this thing you are seeing, this prompt, you can apply this prompt in any data set and you'll be getting the same results I'm getting. It's not only in data marketplace, if data set. If I use it in any other data set, then you can still get similar, yeah. But the only thing is, now you can have a sales prompt for analyzing sales data. So I can then develop another prompt for analyzing employee data sets. That is become employee. So whenever you apply that kind of prompt in that kind of data set, you get the same results. And that's it. So in as much as we are learning Python as a language, we should equally be learning prompt as a language. But both of us, we are here now, we can compare how precision and fast we are working using prompt. All you need to do is understand the technology that you need to do this job. So that's it. If we continue on and on, we'll continue to get good results, just like this. But if I ask you people to, even programmers who do not know how to use this prompt, if they give us these two data sets, I will finish before him. Okay, Gerson. We can't hear you, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Okay, we can now.
Yep. I say good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to all those students. The class is very interesting, but I also have a question.
Hmm.
I think the relevancy that I associate with and how easy it can be to execute one's job with the art of practicing.
I can't hear you very well, please.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I say I can see how relevant it is to acquire the skill of prompting
Hmm.
and how effective it can be to ease one's aches when it comes to executing one's job, especially as a data analyst. So, but going by this art, I see that it's very important to also go for that skill. But I'm also looking at it. If maybe one who didn't have any knowledge of data analysis, they have knowledge of prompting, like a prompt engineer, and is
Hmm.
giving a business question in regard to a data set. He can also execute it without even acquiring any skill of data analyst. Is that not
Yes, but
possible?
where you have to understand this case of a data analyst, because you need other tools. You need to understand, like we are using Power BI. You need to know how to use Power BI. You need to be is a skill in data analysis. So you need to know how to use that technology. This Jupyter notebook, you can't just, where are you going to be running the prompts if you AI still not gonna give you that kind of result, because it's going to aid you to get the code and other, but where are you going to run it? You still need the data analysis skill, like how to use Jupyter notebook, how to use Anaconda, because this is where we are going to bring all the code. So AI cannot really do everything. So all of them works together. Even if you are using Power BI, you cannot share a job, your work from ChatGPT. If you're analyzing from Power BI, Power BI can be shared. A lot of senior executives, so many of them will have integrations, TVs, where they are monitoring the Power BI, the outcome of the analysis in Power BI. So you still need to know how to use Power BI. You still need to know how to use Excel. Still need how to use Tableau. But where the prompt comes in is helping you to write the code where you are going to be executing. So everything still works together. But the only thing here, like I say, is this AI, they are co-pilots. I want you to see them as co-pilots. They are not taking away your job, because there's other things you need to do here. So you need to work in collaboration with them. It's non-negotiable. You have to work in collaboration with them, but they cannot do everything. So you can see the way they're helping me work faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at times, if you made a mistake, what we're talking about is code here. You can debug and debug for 2 days. You are still trying to debug, trying to find out where the error comes from. That is code for you. But you can see within a second, I've debugged a code and get the right code. Can you see? You saw that when I did that debugging.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So let's try to. This is a new era, the era of AI. AI is going to rule the world for a very long period of time. I'm telling you the truth, because at this point, the AI we have now is at par. We're comparing it as now, yes, they are challenging human. we are fighting. We can fight with them in terms of intellectual. There are a lot of women can fight AI now, but in next 2 to 3 years, that will be the next line of AI. AI that will be more intelligent than human being in every ramification. We can't even challenge them in any way. They are building it now. But the only thing is that there is these ethical issues. Government might not agree to that. Government might not want that type of AI to come out because it's going to threaten the existence of human race. Are you getting my point? But we cannot challenge them. We need to just follow up and see how far we can go. Everybody, as long as we are a human being working professionally, we all need to understand how to use AI to do our work, because AI has positioned itself to do the work very well. And there's a lot of things. You see, so many of us were underutilizing this AI. But you see the way I have it as a workmate, as a desk app on my this thing is my another code editor. I use it to do a lot of debugging when I'm coding. So if you do it that way, you get results. And I've equally done subscription, you know, to use the latest version, which not the latest, the plus version. Plus version can help me do a lot of things. You know, if you are just using the free one, it might be limited. It might not be able to get everything. Sorry, Linus, I did not ignore you. I just want to finish my statement. Chekube Linus.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
You are raising your hand.
I know you are even answering some of my concerns, so I'm listening.
Okay. Okay, that's it. And Ghost, I hope I've cleared you. So,
Sorry, definitely.
I hope I cleared your doubt or your concern.
Yes, I'm happy.
So,
But I have one more question. The prompt course that you are enrolling, I don't know. What is the longevity period like?
yeah, it's just going to be 2 months.
2 months.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I will
The prompting, why it's important for you to enroll in prompting if you can afford it, is it's not going to break anybody's bank. But whether you're a business analyst, whether you're a product owner, product manager, wherever you need, everybody need it. And we need to understand how this works, because what we are going to learn there is just beyond using prompt on application and getting results. It's beyond that. We need to understand how this AI works, the origin, the future of AI, a lot of things, how they are graded, a lot of things are coming in. It's not just writing prompts. And again, opportunities are available there. You can become a self-employed. Just a lot of people are going to become millionaires just selling their prompts. Prompt is what we call templates. A lot of companies are there's a lot of complex work out there. But if you be able to understand how to write these prompts, and there will be a market for it. So we need to be among the first people to dominate this market. If you know, when we are starting this content creation, some people did not take it seriously. If you miss that wave, if you have missed the wave of YouTube, you miss the wave of content creation, don't miss this AI era. You are more positioned. Don't say you didn't get the information. You got the information. A lot of people who started early building their network base in all these social medias, they are cashing out big time now. If you want to build your followers now, it requires a lot. But then it was so easy to build.
Without of fun.
Huh? So it was so easy to build. Even YouTube, those days, you know, when they started this YouTube, I am aware, I'm among those people, but then I was so much into politics then. So I didn't have time for those things. You know, I started, I didn't have, at times I'll come back. You know, it's not easy combining politics, is not easy. So this is why I wasn't I should have been a lot of things that time. But the time went, and technologies are coming in. It's going to make a lot of people millionaires. This one is not cryptocurrency. This is a skill you can live, and this is a skill that is going to lead the world.
Can you mute?
So this is a skill that is going to lead the world for a very long period of time, like 500 years, because according to research, we are just scratching what AI can do. And that AI we're talking about is Python. What Python can do, we are just scratching it. And everybody is shouting, wow, wow, and we've not even started. So, yeah. We should, if I'm you, I will practice everything we did in this, and even practice more, because it's very interesting. You should try to, if you are using ChatGPT to play around, don't use it to play around. It's a proper tool. It's a work tool, very proper work tool. Download it on your desktop and be using it to do your work, even in the office. You know, and don't hide about doing it. If they challenge you, those who are challenging you are ignorance of what it can do. So, yeah, companies are hiring people to train them how to use ChatGPT now. I'm serious. All right. That's it. I didn't finish everything, so you have something to do. And the next thing is I'm going to get us a CV we can use to start applying for jobs. And yeah, so, and the presentation will be next week. And if you have any concern, you can still reach out to me. We are still here. I'm not running away. I'm not running away from you guys. We are building a community of tech people. You know, there's something I want to achieve in Nigeria. I want us to be able to remit a lot of money back to Nigeria, just like Indians are doing. Do you know how much Indian people are sending home on tech? Do you know how much they are in India, but they are bringing a lot of money home into India economy from whom they are not even travel. So many big tech Indians, they don't want to go any place. Where are they coming to UK? They will come here and pay high rent, high cost of living, while they can do their work remotely from India, and everybody even respect them. We need to give something that we are going to be number one. Some of these things are, you know, when these Indians started using AI, like even this ChatGPT, it was one of my developers that introduced it to me. Years we are trying to do a code. There's a code we are trying to ask him, Chat, what are you doing? Just use ChatGPT and debug this code. You know, wasting a lot of time. And Papa was like magic. And since then, so they knows a lot of things way ahead of us, and that's why they are quite ahead of us. Some of us are still doing wow, but so many of them have used this to make a lot of money. But it's early for us. So anyway, I'm going to have a session on this. I'm going to have a website workshop on this prompt engineering before we start, so that anybody who have question can ask their question. There's a lot that's coming in. I want us to be rich as a nation, as people. And we, the tech people, have the opportunity to be richer than anybody, even richer than these politicians. I've been there. I know what I'm telling you. You know, if I tell you how many politicians are on my listing all the time begging for money, you won't believe it.
Yeah, Mr. Charles.
Yeah.
Okay. In the course of answering the first guy, you cleared up most of my or the initial questions I wanted to ask. But then there's a little thing I want to find out. These promptings, if outside ChatGPT, is it applicable to any other AI thing? Because sometimes I see things about visuals, making prompt about how to this AI that can create videos and all that. So what I want to find out is whether it has a universal application, like if you can do prompting on ChatGPT, if you can.
The answer to this question is there's what we call multimodal. These are some of the things we're going to learn. There's all these AIs. We have single modal AI. We have multimodal AI. Multimodal AI are AI that they can create video, they can create images, they can create code, they can create, and ChatGPT is one of the, not one of, number one when you talk about multimodal. So to know it or to use it is important. We have others like Google Gemini. No, some of these they are I don't think Google Gemini can create image. They can just answer questions. They are good and complex questions, deep questions, researchers. But in terms of images, no. But they've have this if another model of Gemini can create videos, VO3, which is even better than cinematic video. Some of the video they made in under the cinema, this AI creates a better video than them. So now is even the people in the industry like Nollywood or Hollywood, everybody is using it. Writing a script, all these movies and a lot, they are now using it. There's a lot you can do from this. Yeah, to answer your question, summarize your question, yes, we have multimodal, we have single modal. So it depends on the kind of problem you want to solve will determine the one you are going to use. But ChatGPT is a multimodal because it can do more than one function. So
okay. Okay, so during the course of the course, we are going to be exposed to all these, even this VO3 something you said, the one that can make videos and like I'm talking outside the data aspect of, because this is an area I've been having interest in, but I don't know how.
we are going to cut as deeper as we can.
Okay.
we cannot do everything. This is like,
Exposure.
yeah, we can't do every, but we are going to do as much as we can. That's one thing I can promise. You know, like where I'm going to is there's a lot to learn. You know, I'm not going to deceive anybody. There's a lot to learn, but we'll see how far we can go. We're going to touch a lot of modal video is highly, and a lot of people want to learn that. There's no way we can leave that behind, and a lot of other things. And yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you, everyone. Like I said, practice, practice, practice. All these things we are doing, practice it is important. Okay.
Mr. Chess. Hello.
Like I
Hello.
said, yes.
Please, I remember that while you were after using ChatGPT and he created a path for you, I wanted to run it on Code Editor, and he said he was going to give us error if we did. So I noticed you edited your own, like as if you are writing it as code, as if like you know it already. So I don't know, is it a level of advancement that makes one to have such ability to without having to go to copy it? I saw when you were editing it on the code editor.
No, the way I edited is I use the file part.
Yes, the
Because
file
that
part.
file, yeah, that's the only thing. The file part, you see there's some basics. These are basics, you know. File part, you know, the file part, the code the ChatGPT gave me is different from the child file part that the Jupyter Lab need to use. So I need to connect Jupyter Lab to a code, and also to a file part, which is our data.
Yeah.
Seems network has kicked him off
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, I noticed. Wow, so much to learn. Oh boy.
Hello guys, I had a network challenge, but we're already done.
Sorry, sir.
So, well, if you are working, I'm available to be following our group chat. If you are struggling, just share it. I'll try as much as I can to contribute to make sure that you try to do something. This is very important for your career. I mean it.
Sir, please, the lesson notes, so I can remember.
You see, network is I will upload it. I try to upload it while we are on session, but it was delaying. I have to stop because of time, but I will upload it now. Upload it now.
Oh, thank you, sir.